Welcome, race fans, once again here to LSRTV. Of course, I am your host, Charles, looking here for tonight's coverage of the World of Thunder. This is, of course, the 87 throwback kind of series, kind of like a throwback series. Also, kind of like a USRA factory stock series for all you factory stock drivers out there watching. That's basically a simulation of what you're going to see here tonight. We'll be getting right to the racing action here in just a few moments. Practice underway with just under 5 minutes left. We are a little bit late, had a bit of a server issue on the race side of things, but they got that sorted out. So again, be racing here in about 4 minutes. Give you a little bit of car sounds here so you can hear what the racing is doing, or the practice is doing anyway right now. It is Brunson that is going to be having fun. That's Casey Brunson, followed by Josh Peacock, JD Brown, Jason Salter, and Donnie Fair going to be your top 5 drivers here in the practice session with 3.5 minutes left to go. Again, roughly in the 20s and low 19, or high 19s, technically, a 19.933 for Brunson, a 19.988 for Peacock. Behind them, you have some 20s, and then you have a few in the high 21s, as that is going to be down at the boss, Brian, or at the bottom of Brian Cross. Then Russell Berry going to be down there in the 21s, along with a few other drivers. Again, heat racing action going to be coming your way, followed by a Constellation B main, which I do believe we'll have. We're only going to take probably 20 to 24 drivers. Well, Race Control will let us know on that here shortly, but I do believe it is going to be 24 drivers is what they're going to be taking. And of course, we'll cut that down. And right now, there are currently 29 drivers in practice. 27 of those have taken times. As you see right there, and I said Cross and Berry were down at the bottom. That have actually Close and Jordan that have taken the times. Cross and Berry have not taken times just yet here with 2.5 minutes to go. And there goes Cross, as he will put in a time of 23.888. Definitely is going to have to pick that time up if he wants to get towards the top here with Casey Brunson with that 19.93. Time still coming in here. Russell Berry has not put in an official time on the clock. Some of these guys, again, we've only been here 18 minutes, and they've already put in upwards of 26, 29 laps, 32 laps for some of these guys. So they are putting down some serious laps. I believe they're going to be in a bit of a driver's meeting here at the moment. That is going to be Will Duvall, who also happens to be one of our producers here on the channel, working with us, working for World of Thunder here at tonight. We're going to step away real quick, take a quick word from one of our sponsors, and we will be right back with qualifying coming up next.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
All right, there you have it. Qualifying just about 30 seconds away. Of course, at tonight's main event, that feature race will be 40 laps is what's scheduled distance for these guys. So we'll definitely be watching that, see who is the cream of the crop, who's going to rise to the occasion here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park for the first race of this season. Again, this is basically to simulate a USRA factory stock like series Of course, we use USRA loosely, not officially sanctioned by them. That would be pretty cool, though. But again, loosely used there. This is a simulation of that series. As a checkered flag is going to wave. And practice is over, and I do believe we're going to see qualifying up next. And we'll see, yes, qualifying for 3 minutes on the clock, and everybody jumping out onto the track as quickly as they can. And we'll follow the number 9 first. As times will start rolling, that is going to be Britman Man in the number 9 Reese's Machine. A nice looking Reese out there. I dare say if he bumps somebody, he'll say not sorry. Possibly, we'll see. And that is kind of their catchphrase out there. Reese is not sorry, as he is out on a track at the moment. Again, only 2 different types of cars here, Ford and Chevrolet. As right now, that Ford Reese's Machine is a Thunderbird gonna try to take it to the top. We'll see if he can do it, as he is one of the first out on track here for qualifying. Shane James out here. We'll jump over to him here in just a moment as the lap comes in, and it's going to be, we'll see, second fastest here at the moment. We jump over to Shane James, sporting the Chevrolet here tonight. You can hear the dirt flying off these cars. Again, these cars not technically intended to be on dirt, but they had a glitch in them for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Of course, iRacing doing their job, got it fixed, and we are back in action here tonight. And there you have it. We have 21 cars slated, so it'll be 21 or 22, depending on how the B mains lay out. So 21 to 22 cars going to be making their way to that A main feature event, 40 laps. The distance, it's going to be Jason Salter out front right now in the number 10 machine. And we'll see if he can hang on to that. Of course, everybody showing the USA flag here tonight. And unfortunately, we still do not have a copyright-free national anthem. But if we did, we would definitely play it and stand in attention to our national anthem here. As, of course, racing, dirt racing, more importantly, a national sport. And we love to honor our country before every race. J.D. Brown right now, the second fastest in the number 14 Wrangler machine. Obviously not got around to painting that car just yet, so he's going to sport the Dale Earnhardt Senior colors here tonight with the yellow and blue number 14 machine. Joshua Gaiman back there right now in the number 11 machine. He had time to get some paints and vinyls on that car, and he's going to slow it down. He's right now 7th fastest in the number 11 machine. We jump over to Mason Turner in the number 7 machine. Another car hasn't quite got any paint on that car, as he slapped some white on it and called it good. It's going to look brown by the time this race is over. 14th fastest in that number 7 machine. We'll see just how he stacks up a little bit later on, as time is just about to run out. And there it is right there. Time is up here for qualifying. Fastest time going to be Jason Salter, as he will start on pole here for heat race number 1. There you have it right there. The World of Thunder series. This is the 87 series, presented by DirtFan.com. Row number 1 is going to be Jason Salter and Casey Brunson from the Mid-South and Texas. Going to be on row 1. Row 2 going to be Joshua Gaiman and Britton Man. We'll get that one out right here later on tonight. Followed by Nelson Webster and Darren Littoral, Kyle Atkinson and Shane James, Trey Smith, Donovan Copley, and Russell Berry going to be rounding out heat race number 1 here tonight. We'll get that up off your screen and bring your starting grid down there, as we'll switch over to, of course, your gap, so you know where they are as they are taking off on the track. Again, it's going to be Brunson and Salter on row 1. We'll see how the field ends the race compared to how they stack up at the beginning, as that is what's matter. Don't matter where you start, folks. It matters where you finish and how you get there. If you finish good, but you beat and bang everyone along the way, it'll come back to haunt you later on in the future, as these racers have a very short memory. and getting word they still haven't fixed the 4 cylinders. We still had some glitches going on with them. Again, the 4-cylinder class, also kind of roughly basing it off of the USRA Tuner Series. If you don't know what that is, go to raceontexas.com. Get yourself an on-demand subscription and check them out, especially over at Monarch Motor Speedway. I believe Boot Hill Speedway has them as well. You can check those guys out, some tuners there, and of course you can check out them USRA factory stocks or high stocks as well, with some great racing. They may be one of the slower cars, we'll say, but they put on one heck of a show for you whenever they come out, especially when there's 15 to 30 of them things out on a race night. Regardless of that, green flag is out, and we are racing for the first time here tonight. 8 laps is the distance for heat race 1, and it looks like we're going to have about 3 heat races. The number 10 out front, that is Salter. Brunson right behind him, followed by Gaiman, Mann, and Webster. We got a battle for the lead going on, though. It's going to be that 11 car sliding his way. Gaiman going to try to make something happen. It doesn't work. The high side is the lane that's working right now, as Brunson going to try to dive to the bottom this side. Again, the bottom just didn't seem to work for the 11. Will it work for the 10? We'll see. And actually sporting 2 number 10s here on the car. But actually Brunson scored in the tower as number 6. But he is number 10 on the car, so we'll call him 10B and 10S. Both 10s out front. We'll give him a 10 out of 10 as they're leading this race. Salter still your race leader right now as they go working lap number 3. As again, Salter out front, Brunson right behind him. Gavin had a good run up there for second, took to the bottom side. It didn't work out, and he kind of just slid back, going down a little slide here as he slid all the way to third place. Britton Man out there right now as he is hanging on to 4th position, but still the battle for the lead is the battle on track that we're watching, as it is going to be Salter and Brunson hanging in there. Brunson was a little bit closer. He was about 2 tenths away. Now he's 3 tenths away. He's kept that gap again to 2. Now it's 3 tenths one more time. He just can't quite get there to Salter. Salter hanging on, trying to get the win here in heat race 1. He wants to start as close to the front as he can for that final race coming up a little bit later on tonight. Again, let us know where you're tuning in from here tonight. So we'd love to know where our fans are tuning in from. Let us know the state, at least. You can let us know the city if you want as well. It's definitely an interesting race here. Again, simulating a USRA factory stock races. These are technically the old 87 NASCARs here. Kind of bringing these cars back to way beyond their route, for that matter, as they are going there. And we got one slowed on the tracks. That's going to be Donovan Copley, I believe. Yes, 33 there, as he is off the track. So 2 drivers out of this race. So far as caution is out here on lap. We'll see. That might have been it. Sorry, folks. That was probably the end of the race. As these guys know, it is going to bring out the caution. It came out just before the white flag came out, so we're going to go into overtime here for heat race number 1. Technically overtime anyway. The laps do not count under caution. Salter still out front, followed by Brunson. Those two going to trade it back and forth. But again, overtime as far as laps run, but not overtime for the race itself, as again, caution laps will not be counting. The lights will be off this time, and we'll go racing this next time by. And I stand corrected. I thought the flagman was putting that yellow flag away. He does not. He keeps it out here for just a bit more. So we'll take another extra lap around here to cool these engines down, cool these tires off just a little bit, and we'll see what happens when we take the green. Again, Salter out front, followed by Brunson, Gaiman, Mann, and Webster. Your top 5 here in heat race number 1 is again right now it's showing 9. That'll update as we're on lap number 7 here in heat race number 1. All right, now we got them lights off on the official iRacing pace truck. as he will make his road way to a pit road anyway. The only dirt track racing where you'll see a pace car on the track. It would be cool if that was invisible here for us to watch, so we didn't have to see it, as that's not dirt track racing in my opinion. But nevertheless, Green Flag is back out, and we are racing as we are on lap number 8 here at the moment, and they got a good battle going on for the lead, but it's still Salter out front. Brunson trying to run him down. Gaiman and Mann and Webster, hot on the heels, not going to be enough. Here comes Brunson, and he makes something happen. We'll see. It's going to be the white flag this time. Fine, they did extend the race. There it is. White flag is out, working lap 9 of 9. It's still Salter out front. Salter has this thing in the books right now. He's just got to do it. He's got it in the bag, in the books, whatever you want to call it. He is leading this race. Brunson hot on his heels, but can't quite get there. We'll just have to wait and see. And no, it's not going to happen. It's going to be Salter, Brunson, Gaiman, Mann, Webster, Atkinson, and Literal, Smith, James, Copley, and Barry not going to finish the race here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 getting ready to come out on to the track. I believe, again, we should have 3 heat races here tonight, because this will be 22 drivers that have touched the clay surface here at Volusia Speedway Park. So we'll go ahead and show you heat race number 2 here, again presented by TurkFan.com for World of Thunder. It's going to be J.D. Brown, Donnie Fair, Brent Fair, Jesse Pate, followed by Mason Turner, Arius Scaff, Chris Fisher, Gavin Jordan, Christopher Carman, Tyler Close, and James Grace in that iconic 269 We the People car. We'll see if he's sporting the We the People here in just a second as we jump over to the track, and they're not seeing it. I don't see it, the We the People on there. We'll take a look here in a moment as he is just about ready to fire that engine up, and he does, as we'll show your drivers in the list. And no, it does not say We the People on there, but still the 269 that we are used to seeing, as it's a throwback car here on dirt. Only a fitting there. You see Space Invaders on the back of that 013 machine of Brent Fair, sporting Atari and Activision. Just an awesome looking ride there in that 013 machine. And then it looks like you have the 00 out. That is Donnie Fair. Those two are brothers, I do believe, going to be racing side by side here for the start of this race. We'll see how it plays out. It can be good or bad when you race family on the same track. We'll see how these two handle it, going side by side for the start. A 21 to 22 car is going to be making the feature here, and there you see it. There are 3 transferring from each race. Again, we thank all the fans for tuning in here tonight. We definitely appreciate it. And we are just about set to take the green flag here for 8 laps. The scheduled distance for heat race number 2, and green flag is out, and we are racing. It's going to be Fair out front right now, followed by Pate, Turner, and Scaff. Your top 5. We're going to go a little ways back here. We got some battling going on. Oh, and we got contact. The 22 and the 26 make contact. We go further back. Those guys really starting to beat the walls down back here. The 22 getting the worst of it. Christopher Carman, as he's going to be way back in the field now. But we got a battle starting to brew here for the lead. That is the brothers, I do believe. Definitely a family relation. Donnie and Brent Fair side by side going to the turn. We'll see who comes out on top. Right now it is going to be Donnie Fair. Oh, and they make contact. That's not going to sit well at dinner Sunday night for the family dinner. As we got some changing up here. We got one car going. We're seeing some contact. That is not correct. Scoring tower going a little crazy there on us. It is still Donnie Fair and Brent Fair. Here comes Brent Fair trying to make something move on the inside. Brent Fair gonna slide. John, can he do it? Yes, he does. He takes the lead back one more time in the 013 machine. Again, battle of the family members here. The 013 and the 00 of Brent and Donnie Fair. Look who's creeping into the picture. That's the 031 of Jesse Pate trying to make something happen. But he's got his hands full of Mason Turner on that number 7 machine. As Turner goes up, what little bit of cushion we have into the guardrail. He keeps it going in the right direction, though, as he is trying to. We just look here. Donnie Fair just ran a 21:01, the fastest time of this session here in heat race number 2. And he is the fastest time here in heat race number 2 thus far. But still, Brent Fair out front, but not for long. There goes Donnie Fair to the front in that 00 outlaw machine. We'll see if he's able to hang on to it. It's been a really good battle between the family members here on lap 6 as the caution comes out. Yellow flag out for the second time here tonight. First time here in heat race number 2. As it's still Donnie Fair out front, and this will send us a little bit into overtime, I do believe it. Just like heat race number 1, the caution come out right at the end of the race. So we'll see how they rack them and stack them and let them go again, as it is Donnie Fair still out front, being trailed by Brent Fair. There are the family members racing, followed by Jesse Pate, Mason Turner, and Eric Scatcher. Top 5 here after 6 laps completed here in heat race number 2. We're going to rack them and stack them one more time. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we're going to take one more lap around this beautiful, iconic track. Here, it is going to be a fanfare for the Fair brothers out there. Again, I believe those are brothers. We'll get the correction on that if we're incorrect. Either way, we know there is the family relation there, but it's been all fair games out front between the Fair family members. We're getting a lot of F's in here, so we'll see how it goes. Right now, it is the 013 and the 00, Donnie Fair and Brent Fair out front. Lights are off on the pace truck as we set to take the green flag this next time by. Let us know in chat there at social media who your pick for tonight's race win is. Everybody's got a favorite out there. Who's yours here tonight? And we'll see. This is kind of to kick off the season. I think we have 10 races, 8 races, something like that. We'll see how they all go. 40 laps of the main race coming up later as we start lap number 7. Green flag in the air. That's going to be Donnie Fair out front, followed by Brent Fair. Brent Fair trying to make something work, but look a little further back in this field. Look at the battles that are going on right now, as these guys are definitely mixing it up right now. And we'll see that number 14 trying to make a dive to the inside. Doesn't quite work as the white flag is out for the 00 of Donnie Fair. Can he hold off Brent Fair? We'll see as he looks to be doing it here. Lap 8 of 8 is underway. White flag in the air, and I don't think Brent Fair is going to have anything for him as he comes to the line right there. He'll do it. Your race winner going to be Donnie Fair, followed by Brent Fair, Mason Turner, Jesse Pate, Eric Scaff, James Grace, and Gavin Jordan. Of course, J.D. Brown, 20.84, ran at the fastest lap in heat race number 2, but unfortunately did not finish the race. We will look at your third, and I do believe final heat race. We may have one more. We'll see, but I do believe this is probably the final heat race of the night. Again, here presented by TurkFans.com. It's going to be Josh Peacock, Sean Hayes, Matt Dickerson, Tanner Folds, Stephen McMillan. I'm going to try to make it happen here tonight. Jared Bullard, Mason Miller, I believe that is Miller. We'll see. We'll get a correct pronunciation on that. Brandon Steele, Brian Cross, David. Wow, Cardwell. We'll get that one out. And Skylar Castor here in heat race number 3. As we'll bring your list up onto the screen. As we'll see how it's going to work out for everybody involved here tonight. As that's 61 of Josh Peacock, trying to see if he can put it in a victory lane. We'll see just if he can do that or not. Tanner Folds going to be behind him. Folds looking to make something happen for sure, as he's going to be driving the wheels off of that number 15 machine. Tanner Folds, definitely nobody to laugh at here in the race. And Stephen McMillan going to try to make something happen. Also sporting a 15 machine, even though scored as the 017 in that Motorcraft number 15 Ford Thunderbird. We'll see. It's been a while since we've seen Stephen behind the wheel. We'll see if he's a little rusty out there from running the show instead of being in the show. But regardless of that, green flag's out, and we are racing for the first time here in heat race number 3. And it's going to be the 49 machine that is up on the high side, trying to make the pass for the lead on Peacock. Josh Peacock in that 61 machine is hanging on for dear life. We'll see if he can do it. He gets a good run off of the corner, and that doesn't sit well with Sean Hayes. He's trying to make something happen behind these guys. There is a hornet's nest going on. Dickerson, Pollard, and Folds all right together. Is Folds going to fall back just a little bit? McMillan falls back one spot as well as Folds. They're going to run that high side here. Not really ripping the lip, you would say, but more like just kind of riding just below it. You can see that groove right there. Not quite up on the high side. Keep in mind, these are asphalt cars, as Peacock takes the fastest lap of the session with a 20.64 here in the session. But again, they have to have this track slicked off to 100% before they get going. That is where the grip is. And oh, the 44 just takes a hammer right to the back door of that 15 of McMillan. McMillan going to fall back. Again, only top 3 going to be advancing, and that's not going to set well with the World of Thunder, one of the 3 owners here, who is now going to draw out the caution after the 44 gets into him. Again, the 44 machine is what's on the car, not necessarily what we're seeing in the scoring pylon. Is what is on the car. And there you go right there. It's going to be Mason Miller. That is the technically cause for the caution as he gets into the 15. Stephen McMillan spins him around, and it looks like the admins are already well aware of that, as we'll see if he tags the back of the field. 16 and the 33 will probably get by him, and he does. He takes it to the bottom, and it looks like they are going to credit him with the cause of the caution in the 44 machine. Again, and yep, right there, he takes it all the way to the bottom, slows it down, and he will tag the rear of the field here for heat race number 3. We go back to the front. Right now, it's showing McMillan the leader. That is not the case. Right now, it is actually Josh Peacock, followed by Sean Hayes. That is in second, followed by Matt Dickerson. Jared Pollard and Tanner Folds are going to be your top 5 drivers here in heat race number 3. This caution for the 3rd caution, first one in here in heat race number 3, coming out a little bit earlier than the past 2, coming out on lap 7, and both of those lap 4 here in heat race number 3. All right, checking in on social media, and there we go. As we found out, it is a father-son duo here between Donnie and Brett Fair. So we weren't sure if it was brothers, father, son, but we being let know it is indeed a father and son duo out on the track. So that is good to know. As we got beating and banging going on, these guys are not giving an inch right now, as the battle is underway right now, and that 33 just cut the nose off the 77. That is going to be Davin Cardwell, just all but ripped the nose off of Grant Cross's number 78 machine. We'll see how that sits with him, and he cuts him right back off. As there you go. You do a slide job and it's almost dirty, you get one played back to you just as quickly. as those two are not playing nice back in the back of the field. And up front, it doesn't matter. Is right now it's Peacock out front, followed by Sean Hayes. And right now, 20.54 as Peacock again set the fastest lap of the session as Hayes going to run it off the outside wall in a bump it. He technically is riding the cushion up there, or what little cushion there is anyway. Up on the high side as the white flag is out. Josh Peacock looks like he's going to walk away with the win, with the battle for second place is underway with Hayes and Dixon. Dixon trying to make a move, but it's not going to be enough, as I don't believe, unless Hayes makes a mistake. Checker flag is out, and Peacock gonna get the win, followed by Hayes, Dixon, Fold, Cardwell, Bullard, Cross, McMillan, Still, Miller, and Castor gonna be your running order here for heat race number 3, and I do believe that is the final heat race of the night. We'll see if indeed that is the case, or if we are gonna have a fourth and a final heat race. And we are not. We're going to move right into the C main, and we'll get a correction if the race control can let us know if it's stacked C and then B, or if we're technically running 2 B mains here tonight. If they could let us know on that as quickly as possible, that would be great. I believe they run 2 B mains here tonight, not a C main. We'll get that information to you as soon as we get it, hopefully here momentarily. And regardless of that, let's jump right into your grid here, presented by DirtFans.com. And it is going to be 12 drivers, technically not all 12 going to be starting, but it's going to be Man and Fold. It's going to be on row 1, followed by Scaff, Atkinson, Bullard, Jordan, Smith, McMillan, Fireman, Copley, Fisher, and Castor are going to be on the first set of cars here, and looks like going a little bit behind them. And that is going to do it. Technically, I apologize, as they are there. Everyone is accounted for. So we'll get your scoring loop back on the top of the screen. As again, it is going to be Britton Mann and Tanner Folds are going to be on the front row here for the C main or B main number 1, whichever they are running. All right, we did find out 6 going to be transferring to I believe, again, we'll find out. So we have that out if they're going to be transferring to the B main, or if they are going to be transferring directly to the feature race. Is this B main number 1, or is it just a C main and 6 will transfer to the actual main event? Well, again, we'll know that information here momentarily, as we see they are getting ready to let us know that. All right, it is B main number 1, 6 transfer to the feature, and right now we only have 8 on track as 4 drivers, Fisher, Atkinson, Fireman, and Copley didn't start, as we got a good battle going on for the lead. And the 15 gets turned around, the 26 around, and caution is out. 4 cars involved here in that caution, so let's go back and take a look and see what happened here, as here is the replay. Not sure who initiated this. But we do know the 15 got spun around and collected the 26 with him. So we're seeing right here, we're watching the 15 of Tanner Folds. The 11 tags him right there, collects the 26, and both 15s as McMillan gets involved in it as well. Unfortunate for McMillan is, unfortunately, his troubles just escalate here tonight in the B main number 1 for 10 laps of the distance. Just not having the night he really wanted to have. I'm sure again, he doesn't get to race too much, at least not that we see. So to see him behind the wheel is awesome. It's again just having a roller coaster here of a night, and right now that roller coaster is on a downhill slide. So he's hoping to get it back up on to the high side as quickly as he can. right, while we're under caution here, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, of course. Bulletproof Tees. Make sure to check them out at bulletprooftees.com. Race on Texas. Check them out at raceontexas.com. Of course, sawblades.com. ETE Reman. And of course, I couldn't do it without all of these great partners involved, making us able to do what we do. If you'd like to get your sponsor, your commercial out there to the masses here on iRacing, you can give us a shout out. Just check us out, livesimracing.com. Shoot us a message, and we can get a package, sponsorship package tailored to your needs as quickly as possible. As the green flag is back out here in B main number 1, and it's going to be Britton Man out front, and number 99 Reese's Not Sorry Machine, and we'll see Gavin Jordan going to be behind him, followed by Bullard McMillan already back up to the 4th position. He's 4 spots up from where he started even after the contact there, as him and Jordan going to be your biggest movers right now. Plus 4 spots gained. Bullard plus 2 at the moment, as Trey Smith going to lose 1 spot as he drops to the 6th position. Tanner Foles going to gain 1 of his spots back, and then we're 51 Machine. McMillan's Machine not driving the best that it could be right now, as he's a little out of shape there. That Ford definitely not going to be first on race day, as the other 15 almost collects his back bumper. Right now we go to the front. That is the 9 Machine of Britton Man that is out front. He has been the class of the field, led every lap so far. Here's on lap number 6 at the moment, and look at the battle for second place. That is brewing between that Coors number 24 and the 11 Machine. We'll see how it all stacks up in the end. Right now it's Man, Bullard, Jordan, Folds, and Smith going to be your top 5 drivers. McMillan had a run. He was plus 4 spots. He is now just plus 1, as that roller coaster is still on the downward descent, and he is losing several spots here. The 26 trying to get by him of Eric Staff. We'll see if that one plays out. Back to the front of this field is still the 24 in a second. That's right behind them is a good little battle going on between Jordan and Folds, but out front it is all about the 9 Machine. That Reese's number 9 of Britton Man out front, leading this race here tonight, as he's going to try to just hang on to it. He's working lap number 8. Coming to the flag stand, he'll start lap number 9 here in B main number 1. Can he hang on to it for just a few more laps here? Let's take a look if we can and see what's it like. Look at the steering there. You can't see it real good from that roll bar camera. Not much to these cars, as you can see him working that wheel quite a bit. And that Ford Machine at the white flag is out here for tonight's B main number 1. 6 will advance. We'll let you know who those 6 are here momentarily. There's only 7 cars technically on the track at the moment. 8 cars on the track. Checkered flags out, and the 6 advancing are going to be Britton Man, Bullard, Fields, Jordan, Smith going to be moving on, and Castor going to be the 6th and final spot. Moving on to your 40-lap A main event coming up here in just a little bit. All right, B main number 2 coming out on to the track, as we'll pull up your 13 car fields here, and it looks like Russell Berry not going to be here, so only technically 12, may have a few less than that. It's going to be Jesse Pate, Nelson Webster going to be on row 1, followed by Davin Cardwell, James Grace, Darren Literal, Brian Ross, James Close, Shane James in that number 3 Machine, starting well back in the field here in B main number 2. Brandon Steele, J.D. Brown, Mason Miller, Mason Miller and Russell Berry, who we know and is not going to be starting the race here tonight. And based on what we see on track, well, there's only 6 cars, 6 make it. So had we have the ability to skip this race, all these drivers would make it. So really, right now, this race isn't a battle to make it into the actual race. This is a battle to determine where you're going to start, as only 6 drivers going to be making the start. All 6 will make the feature race. So not starting the race here tonight, you can see it on your screen: Webster, Literal, Close, James, Miller, and Perry. Not making the call here for tonight's B main number 2. They will be scratches for tonight's B main race, or second B main race anyway. So it's going to be Pate and Grace on row 1. All right, green flag is out and we are racing. You can hear the dirt punch banging off the bottom of these cars, even though they're pacing, as that 269 machine of James Gray's going to slide it all the way up to the outside wall. He's going to scrape it just a little bit. We go back to the front. It's still Jesse Pate out front. J.D. Brown behind him in the 14 machine. The 14 of J.D. Brown's going to slide up, try to make a move. Will he make it? And he is ahead of him at the line, as it's going to be Brown at the bottom, and he is just going to catfish this track for all it's worth. Meanwhile, you got Pate up on the high side, running the berm, pushing the cushion, whatever you want to call it, ripping the lift as high, just about as high up as he can in that 031 machine. But no such luck as Brown hits the fastest lap of the session, a 20.50. That is the fastest time here in the second B main, as we have Davin Cardwell in the number 33 Pennzoil machine trying to make his way on the bottom side, trying to get by Pate. Can Cardwell get by Pate right now? The bottom side not working for him as well as it was for Brown. Again, these are open setups. They do the tuning on here. Some of these guys do get a setup from the league. There is a general setup that you can start with, but Brown obviously having something of his own as he comes to the line to a complete lap 4, start lap number 5, as he has just got that Wrangler thing all wrapped up right now. We'll see if he's going to share the wealth and give the lead to anybody else later on via mistake, but right now it's Brown followed by Pate, and Cardwell still a Grace. James Grace hanging on to that 5th position. Again, he didn't quite start where he wanted to go where he wanted to on the start, I should say, as he did lose 1 spot. Brandon still gained 5 spots. Don't let that fool you, though. I'm not saying he couldn't have gained them. Though, as Brandon still just hard into the inside wall, but it was just talking about how he had gained 5 spots. But a lot of those were because of the race. Dropping a few drivers that did not start, as Brandon still going to bring out the caution in that Coca-Cola number 16 machine, sporting the red, white, and blue, as the blue a little punched up there, as you can see the white on it. Unfortunate for him, as he's going to bring out caution number 1 here in B main number 2, as we have right now 5 laps down, working lap number 6. It's the number 14 of J.D. Brown out front, followed by Pate, Cardwell, Grace, Kraus, still Literal, Literal not in this race. So unfortunate for bringing out the caution there, but he'll definitely do what he can, as Brandon Steele, again, 3 spots to the good, still even after smacking the inside wall. Again, we thank all the fans for joining us here tonight. Again, make sure you check out our partner over at raceontexas.com. If you like some real racing, especially if you're in the state of Texas, you probably know some of these drivers You can check out raceontexas.com/speedpass. You can get you a speed pass. You can pay $9.99 a month. You can watch all the on-demand action from, I believe, over about 15 to 20 tracks, roughly. The count just keeps growing, and we lose track at some time. You can watch those on demand. Depending on if it's an on-demand track, you can watch it immediately. If it's a Speed Pass track, you can watch it on Tuesday. Unless you have a Speed Pass member, you can watch it within 30 minutes of the race actually happening. Again, that Speed Pass, if you are in the state of Texas and a real racer or just like to support your track, that Speed Pass membership, $39.99 a month, half of that going directly to the track of your choosing. A sign up as the green flag is back out once again, and we are racing on lap number 7 of 10 here in B main number 2. And of course, if you want more information on raceontexas.com, you can look them up, Race on Texas on Facebook, shoot them a message, and get all the details about that program and that Speed Pass program that is, and what it entails, what you get and what you don't get. They'll let you know on Facebook. The battle on right now between Cardwell and Pate. Pate trying to hang on to it as we're working lap number 8. Here comes Pate to the outside of Cardwell. Again, Cardwell doing a drive to the inside. The inside lane has been working as contact's going to be made between the 33 of Cardwell as he gets into the door of Jesse Pate there, but not slowing Pate down any. But here comes Cardwell. He puts a slide job on. It doesn't work. He has to try and regroup as here comes the 031 of Pate one more time. He throws a little dirt in the face, says, I got your back. I'll just cross you over here. And they're side by side battling as the white flag is out. Cardwell trying to hang on. This is the battle for second as J.D. Brown looks to secure the win here in B main number 2. And we'll see that checkered flag come up for his name here momentarily. Right about now, it should be popping up. And there it is, checkered flag out for J.D. Brown. He's your B main 2 winner, side by side. And it's gonna be the 031 of Jesse Pate taking home second place, followed by Davin Cardwell across, Grace, and Steele. Your top 6, and the only 6 here in this race. Next up, going to be a 3 to 5 minute warm up here. We'll see what the clock says for you. We'll bring it up, and it is going to be a 3-minute warm up. We'll step away, get hydrated, stay voice for your 40 lap A main event coming up here in just 2.5 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night. It is, of course, your A main feature time, as we have 21 drivers. You can see it up close and there with that Coors. It's looking like milling oil pumps on there, as your starting lineup will look like this. Presented by DirtFan.com. Row 1 is going to be Jason Salter and Donnie Fair, followed by Josh Peacock, Casey Brunson, Brett Fair, and Sean Hay is going to be your top 6 drivers in the race, followed by Joshua Gaiman, Mason Turner, Matt Dixon, Britton Mann, JD Brown, and Jared Bullard going to be your top 12 drivers here in tonight's race, followed by Jesse Pate, Tanner Folds, Davin Cardwell, Davin Gordon, Gavin Jordan. Well, that was a tongue twister there for you. Ryan Cross, Trey Smith, James Grace, Skylar Castor, and Brandon Steele going to be making up your fields here tonight. And we got JD Brown and Davin Cardwell going to be black stripes here for pro license in tonight's race. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the clock off the screen for you, and we'll bring your field onto the screen. It's going to be Salter out front in the number 10 machine, followed by the 00 Outlaw of Donnie Fair, and Josh Peacock going to be your top 3 as they start. We'll see how they finish later on here tonight. Again, we got Fords and Chevys here tonight. I'm not sure what the Chevy is, to be honest. I wasn't paying attention. We know the Ford is the Thunderbird. You'd think I know the Chevrolet, considering how it is my bow tie of choice. But either way, we're going to get this thing started here, as we'll have a salute to the fans. All you fans that have tuned in here tonight to LSRTV and have hung out with us all through the World of Thunders we've covered for all the races, all the other races you tune in to watch as well. This right here is why you do it, as you'll see they're fixing to go 4 wide, or at least 3 wide. I believe they're going to make 4, as that's what they've been practicing here for the fans. So 4 wide salute to the fans, as we'll go silent here for just a moment and let you enjoy the view here for the 4 wide salute. All right, again, salute to the fans here as we get ready to light this candle on the cake and get this party started. Here, 40 laps is the distance here for tonight's main event, as we'll bring your scoring back up onto the screen. Again, pay attention when you see that green and red. That means somebody's trading spots, somebody's losing, somebody's gaining out on the track. That's Connor. We were thinking there of Monte Carlos. I couldn't think of it. I knew they were Monte Carlo or Paula. I couldn't remember, but a lot of these guys opting to take the markings off the car here, which is fine by me. Again, we're trying to simulate a USRA factory stock series. Really cool if we had all of the same car anyway, that would really make it look cool out here on the track. Again, I would prefer the Monte Carlo or the over the Ford any day anyway, but again, neither here nor there. We're going to be taking this thing and dropping the green flag here momentarily, even though it does show green flag out on track. That is not an actual green flag. They are technically under yellow the admin through caution. Even the caution flag is not technically out, so we don't lose any actual laps of racing, but we will take the green flag this time per se, as we're going to get this party started here. Salter out front, followed by Donnie Fair, Josh Peacock, followed by Brunson, and Brett Fair in the fifth position, as they're going to get bunched up nice and tight here, just the way race control likes them, and we are racing. It's going to be Salter out front here on lap number 6 and lap number 1 of the actual racing conditions. Donnie Fair going to try to make something happen. They're going to go 5 wide back here. Contact's made, and that's not going to go well, but they make it work somehow. As the 00 gets a little sideways, the Outlaw hits the 14. The 013 goes around as well, and Chaos, the number 9, Reese's involved. The 11, Caution is out. And that did not go the way these guys intended for, and it all started right here. You see everybody just bunching up. And the 013 and the 11 get together, and it is on from there. And the calamity happening on the track. Just not the way these guys really wanted it to go here. Midfield, front of the field seems to be, for the most part, okay. As Gavin Jordan going to put it in the pits, and he is now coming back out of the pits. He'll take it to the back of the field. As Salter is still your race leader here, under caution for the first time on lap number 7 here of your 40-lap A-Meet event, even though it says 40 of 5. First 5 of those were the salute to the fans, for all the great fans out there watching here tonight, tuning in for this race. Green flag is back at it. We are racing here at Volusia Speedway Park, as it has been a good one so far with the heat races, and of course into the consolation both B mains. It's going to be side by side. That 61 just can't quite keep up with Salter right now. He's going to try. We'll see if he takes it down to the bottom of the track. He does. Can he get by him cleanly is the question. Salter hanging on the outside. Caution is out. Salter will keep his lead, as the 61 unable to officially get by him on the upside of the track. So we'll see exactly what happened. And it looks like Skylar Casey going around, so we'll stay back up here as Salter's still leading this race. We'll on board with him to see what his view is like here. And you see in the Monte Carlos here, in these Chevrolets, they have a fan in there to keep those little toesies nice and cool in the race. The Fords do not have that. I doubt it's going to add much weight to the car, but they do have a nice little fan in there, and that may have been an exclusive thing with the Dale Earnhardt car. We don't know if all the drivers had them, but obviously Dale Earnhardt Senior's car did have a fan inside there for that purpose of keeping them nice and cool, as these were not the high-tech fancy cars we're used to seeing in today's NASCAR racing, so they had to do what they had to do to stay nice and cool in these cars. And we're getting ready to get the green flag one more time here. I believe next time by, we'll see Salter out front, followed by Peacock, Fair, Brunson, and Hayes. Going to be your top five. As you can see, the scoring tower going to go a little crazy here due to caution laps not counting. Yeah, no, we thank everyone. Let us know where you're tuning in. I know some of you have, some of you haven't. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Of course, let us know if you're watching on that smart TV here on YouTube. As the green flag is out, it's going to be the number 10 of Salter out there. Peacock trying to make a move to the inside. Can he make it stick? Slide drive incoming, but just doesn't have the muster to get by. Peacock still trying to work on the bottom side. Can he make it happen? And no, it's not going to happen. Salter's still out front. Here comes Brunson. He's got company as well. We'll see if either one of these can make it happen. It's that 00 of Donnie Fair, that outlaw machine trying to make something happen. The battle for the lead is still underway. 1/10 separating them as it's going to be Peacock on the bottom side. Salter still hanging on to the lead, though, as he takes it to the high side. He gets him at the line. Salter barely hanging on to the lead right now over Peacock. We'll see if Peacock can get it. He has the lead in that 61 machine. But he's got a long way to go here on lap number 10. Casey Brunson in the number 10 machine. He's going to try to make something happen as well. And we'll see. It looks like we may have some teammates coming in to the picture as well. But Salter not giving up yet. He's going to take the bottom side. Bottom may be the way to go as the caution's going to come out one more time. And it looks like Brandon's still going to be involved in this one in the number 16 machine. Or 21, sorry, that's what he's being scored. 16 on the car, and he hits the outside wall, and up and over he goes. They're going to have to get the crane out, flip that one over as he goes for a little bit of a ride here tonight. Unfortunate for him, as we'll see who was scored as the race leader when it all cycles out. And I believe they're going to give it to Peacock in that 61 machine. He was ahead at the time of the caution. We'll see if the 10 of Salter can try to get it back. Maybe Brunson will get in there and make something happen, or Donnie Fair will do it here, followed by Sean Hayes in the 5th position. One of these drivers will be walking away in victory lane for the kickoff race here, the season opener for the World of Thunder 87 Factory Stock Series. So right now, it is undetermined who's going to be your race winner here on lap number 12. All right, lights are off on the pace car. We'll go about another half lap, but we'll let them loose here. Again, only lap number 11 of 45 has been completed. Or will be completed when we take the green anyway, as right now it's going to be Peacock out front, followed by Salter. Salter going to try to make something happen on the outside. The green flag is out, and we are racing. As Salter going to get a decent run, but not great. He's going to have to dig if he wants to get back to the front. As we'll see, we got a big group of guys back here in the back trying to make something happen as well. They're going to go 3, almost 4 wide back here at the back of the pack to be manned. Cross, Pate, Foles, Grace, Brown. All these guys battling, and the 78 clips the 031, and that is going to send some cars for a ride so far. No caution, though, and there it is right there. Caution is out. And so we'll go take a look and see what happened here. As I believe Tanner Folds involved in this one, as well as Jesse Payton right there. You see Payton going around 78, had a piece of that one, and right there's Tanner Folds, and he goes around as well. So several cars going around involved in this caution. Again, a few cautions coming out here so far. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. And we'll see. Salter's still not able to regain that lead. He's going to try everything he has to try to get the lead back. We'll see if he can do it. Brunson's still back there behind him, followed by Donnie Fair and Sean Hayes. The top five since the last caution have not changed in the running order. The flagman's still waving his yellow flag, and the lights are still on the pace truck. Lights are off, and we are racing once again here on lap number 13. Let's make it 14 in tonight's A-Main feature event. Salter trying to run him down, see what he can do. As looks like Casey Brunson's still right there with him. Brunson's going to take the high side. Salter take it to the bottom side. The bottom seems to have been working a little bit more here early on in the race. Not so much here in the later half of this race. Donnie Fair just behind them, followed by Hayes still. Your top five not changing a whole lot. Salter trying to make something happen on the bottom as Donnie Fair going to make the pass on Brunson. As Brunson going to take it to the high side. Now you have the outlaw of Donnie Fair taking it to the middle, almost get clipped by Hayes there just a little bit, but Donnie Fair keeps it going in the right direction, and you can see the damage to the back of his car, but that was not caused by Sean Hayes, as we got a couple of cars leaving the pits now, and one going on. James Grace in the pits now. Unfortunate for him, just not having the race he wanted. Back a little further in the field as it's Gaiman, Brown, and Cardwell putting on the show for you here about midfield. We're on the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and count 11th in there as J.D. Brown going to run a 20.86, the fastest lap of the session. Contact being made just behind them. Turner and Gaiman getting together on the track. As we're keeping an eye on that front battle going on, where we're watching this one, it's separated by 2/10, make it 3/10. As that is not good for Salter. He's just not quite able to get back up to the front where he was. We got a good battle going on right here, though, between Brown and Donnie Fair. There's J.D. Brown and Donnie Fair, as it looks like. Sorry, that was Sean Hayes and J.D. Brown. Donnie Fair is still quite a bit ahead of them as the caution's going to come out once again. It looks like it's going to be Skylar Castor bringing out the caution again for the second time here tonight. What did the number 32 do? Just inside wall all by himself, loops it around the 031. A Pate gets by him, but that will bring out the second caution for Castor, and that's number 32, a Tide Machine. lights should be off this time. They are. Pace truck makes its way back to pit road, and we go racing one more time. Lap number 19 of 45 here in tonight's 40 lap, a main event. Again, that's first 5 laps. And salute to all you fans out there tuning in, watching here tonight on LSRTV. Guess if you're looking to have your league broadcasted, we do have a second producer in-house now. You can check out, message us at livesimracing.com. As the battle going on here at the moment, it's not for the lead, as the caution's going to come out one more time. And it looks like maybe Davin Cardwell involved in this one in the 33. Gets a little tap from the 7, and around he goes there, and almost getting hit again. A little contact there from the 20, but that's the 24 machine, and he is going to call it quits. He's going to go to the pits. So unfortunate for him, he is calling it a night. And we'll see as Peacock's still out front. He got the lead from Salter a little while ago and just hasn't looked back. Although I'm sure he's been watching Salter in his rear view mirror, as he has definitely been trying to get back by him here. It just hasn't really worked out for him too much, as he does have, of course, Brunson in his rear view mirror, as well as Donnie Fair and Sean Hayes. Those 5 really haven't changed a whole lot since the start of this race. And unfortunately, it looks like Davin Cardwell going to be out of the race here on lap 19. All right, time to buckle the belts one more time. Green flag's out, and we are racing. As it's been a good battle all night long. This time it's still Peacock and Salter running there, bumper to bumper. Still Brunson and Fairs and Hayes behind them. Again, that is Fair. That is Donnie Fair. Unfortunately, the other Fair isn't faring too well, as he has fallen back a little bit in this field, and we got a good little battle going on back here. Here comes the outlaw, that 00 of Donnie Fair. He's going to slide up, do a slide job, gets a little bump from behind. Around he goes into the outside wall. Caution is out, as we watched it live there. Donnie Fair getting a little bit of a bump there after a slide job was completed from that 0, and right there you see it just gives him a shot through the shorts, and around he goes in the 00 outlaw machine, and he will get it gathered back up, but unfortunately he will lose several spots. We'll see if Donnie Fair is credited with the caution, or if it will be for that 0 machine that got into his back bumper. Either one of them could have just been called a racing deal, as Donnie Fair slid up and went to make the pass and made it, but it was a very, very close call there, as he gets a shot to the back bumper. So I'm sure race control will deem that a racing incident. We'll see. Unfortunately, that is part of racing, and not sure there what that was all about. With the 031, as the 031 of Pete was not involved in that incident in any way. I'm not sure if he was just trying to get him out of his way so he'd get in the spot, or if he maybe thought the 031 was the one that got into him. But either way, he may have just wanted that spot. It looks like that's what it is. He wanted the spot and was going up and didn't realize that the 031 of Pete was there. But regardless of that, we go back to the front. It's still Peacock, Salter, Brunson, Brown, and Hayes. Again, not much has changed at the front of this field since the start of this race. we want to let everyone know, of course, if you want to see the rest of the World of Thunder racing events, you can check them out on Sunday nights. At least it's the only one I know of. I believe a Monday night one may be getting underway as well, but Sunday nights, you can check them out with Brett Wheeler over there as well. So make sure you check that channel out as the green flag is coming out one more time. Again, Ultimate Dirt TV. And for the rest of the coverage here on Sunday nights for World of Thunder, we're going to go 4 wide almost for the lead. We're going to make it at least 3 wide as the number 10 of Brunson just left everything out on the table. He's got contact from the other number 10 coming in there, Salter. We may see some contact here soon between Peacock and Brunson, as those two almost looking like identical team jobs just a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe have teammates there. Again, race number 1 here for this series. We'll see, but a lot of contact going on. Caution is out one more time, and this time it's going to be Trey Smith that goes around. We'll see what happened to that number 78 machine. Did he have help, or was it a simple case of looping it around all on his own? And so far, it looks like he may have had this on his own. He gets way out of shape there, and I'm not going to say so here on the replay. There was a 51 in front of him, but that didn't cause it. And I have a feeling the 11 may have had a factor in this, and right in here somewhere. There it is. No. Well, it may have not been for him, but it was showing him as the cause of the caution, but I do believe it was for someone else. We saw him around the 51 was going around as well. So while it showed him as the cause of the caution, I believe the actual cause was the 51 that went around on the track after contact. And so we are under caution here on lap number 23 of 45. We'll see how this one all plays out. Right now, it is still Peacock Brunson. As Brunson just got by Salter here on that last restart. All the way Brown and Hayes. Of course, we have Fair falling down there. Brent Fair going to gain a few spots as Donnie Fair is going to lose a few spots here in the race. All right, green flag is back out, and we are racing here. Lap number 24 of 45 laps are winding down here in the feature race. As right now, it's Peacock out front, but that's not where the battles are at. The battles are towards midfield and back. We got a battle going on for second, though, between Brunson and Salter. Salter going to take to the inside. Not going to happen as Brunson going to try to get by Peacock. We'll see if he can do it. He's diving into the bottom. The bottom side, again, has been working. It hasn't been working for everybody, but it has been working. These are open sets. They adjust on them. They tweak on them all week, just for this one night of racing, just like any other racetrack. We'll see. We almost make it 3 wide. Salter's not done yet either. He's going to try to make a bid on the inside lane. Here comes the 14 of J.D. Brown, who we know set the fastest lap in the session a little while ago, as we'll see if he can get in there. It's just going to be Salter down to the bottom. He's in that kind of slimy stuff, not real slimy, but it's not the grip there that they have in that black. We'll see. Again, they're running street tires, so that makes it different to where you might run. You usually avoid the slick. Here you run right through it. And Salter down to the bottom. He's trying to get by the 61. Possibly trouble for the 61 of Peacock. Maybe that car is fading here in the longer run. He's run some fuel out and possibly having an ill handling car as the 10 of Salter gets a little bit of a rub there from the 14 of J.D. Brown. But no harm done. He keeps it going, but he is going to lose quite a bit of a time on that machine towards the rest of the field. We'll see if he's able to do it. He gets it sideways, gets a tap from J.D. Brown. We'll see if J.D. Brown can possibly get by. Salter having A little bit of a bobble there, but not a whole lot. As again, Brunson is your race leader at the moment. He got by Peacock, trying to get as far away from him as he can here at the moment. We'll see if he can. Right now, it's JD Brown, though, that's running it down. Salter, that's the closest battle as the caution comes out one more time. And it looks like it's going to be Bullard bringing out the caution this time. And there you see that 24 machine of Jared Bullard. We'll see if that's the cause for the caution. Indeed, he's racing with James Grayson. He is, loops it around and just backs it into the outside wall. And that'll bring out caution, I believe, number 5 or 6 here tonight, as Casey Brunson out front leading this race. Lights are off on the pace truck. We will go racing here to start lap number 30 with 15 laps to go. When we take the green flag, actually 31 or 16. Wow, we can't do your math here tonight. Either way, green flag's out and we're racing here on lap number 30. The number 10 assaults are going to try to dive into the inside. Can he make something happen? JD Brown trying to get there as well. Here comes the 0. Had to make a little contact there with JD Brown. That is Hayes in that 0 machine. At least it looks like a 0. It might be an 11. We don't know. It's all mangled up, but it is a 0 on the car. It looks like a 0. 101 is what it looks like. Hard to tell. The hair is mangled as the side of the car is. Regardless of that, here comes JD Brown. Going to take that number 14. He's 7 spots to the good. Here it's the night so far in this race. That is one of the biggest movers, as Salter trying to make something happen for the lead one more time. These guys are going to go 3 wide. Let's hope they don't take each other out for the lead. We've already seen contact between the front two, and it was the 61 and the 10. Now you know another car into the mix. We'll see JD Brown all over the back bumper of Peacock. As Peacock fading very quickly here as he went from first to third in 1 lap. We'll see if he can hang on to it anymore. As just like Salter earlier in the race, he was up front and just kind of faded to the back, or at least the back to the front anyway. He fell from about first to third, fourth, and he's kind of rebounded a little bit. He's still in third place. He's back up to 8 spots gained. But it seems like whoever gets up front holds it for quite a while, and then they lose it. That's been the trend here tonight. As Salter had it in the 10, the 61 had it, and now Brunson has it in the number 10 car as well. We'll see. We have going to be 11 laps to go when they get to the line one more time. JD Brown officially takes third place away from Jason Salter. Salter, almost contact between the 61 and the 14 of Peacock and Brown. Brown all over the back bumper right now of that 61 machine, as they're going to go 1, 2, and 3 right there. That is second, third, and fourth. As right now, JD Brown trying to make something happen. As we go back a little further in this field, Tanner Foles, we haven't talked about him a whole lot in that 15 machine. He's trying to work over the 24 machine of Bullard. And there we go, back up to the front. Here comes JD Brown. He's going to take second place away from Peacock. Peacock going to take it back. We got a battle going on for the lead, though. We'll see how it goes. Who is going to get the lead? It's 3 cars for the battle right now. What a battle here in these closing laps with less than 10 laps to go as they come to the line. as right now it's Brunson, Peacock, and Brown, your top three, followed by Salter and Donnie Fair, going to be your top five drivers. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. Oh, and the 61 self-inflicts that one, hits the wall, goes around, caution is out. Oh, self-inflicted wound there for Josh Peacock. He led a big chunk of this race, and we'll go back and take a look here. As we'll see right here, he's doing a good job hanging on to second place from J.D. Brown. And bam, right into the inside wall, self-inflicts the wound, spins it around, and he will go to the back of the field, causing the caution here. That'll leave Brunson and Brown and Salter out front. As we had a good four-car battle, well, now it's a three-car battle, as unfortunately Peacock's going to drop all the way back to about 11th or 12th position, thanks to the inside wall collecting him, or him collecting the inside wall, however you want to look at it. He gets to the wall, and that'll send him to the back. All right, it looks like the lights are off, and it looks like we are going single file here for the remainder of this race. We'll see. It is under 10 laps to go. I believe that may have been triggered automatically. Regardless, we're going to see the green flag this time right about there. Green flag is out. It's going to be Brunson out front, followed by Brown, and now Salter. As again, unfortunately, Peacock may be a little saltier as after that one with the wall, if anything else. Gets into the wall, saves it, but unfortunately still brought out the caution, and he will go to the back. He's going to be back in 12th place right now, 5 seconds behind. And here comes J.D. Brown. Can he get the lead? He has it for a moment. Brunson still trying to hang on to it. J.D. Brown going to take it to the inside. J.D. Brown's giving him a run for his money. This is the first time when Brown's been up towards the front run. His 10 spots to the good right now, as Brunson not going to give it up without a fight, but I'm not sure he's going to have anything for Brown. Again, remember, early on in the B main and the races earlier, Brown had the fastest lap of the session. He was the fastest here in practice too, I do believe. So he's kind of struggled to get to the front, but now that he's got here, he is on the move. He's taking it all the way down to the bottom, catfishing this track here at Volusia. We have 5 laps to go. J.D. Brown officially out front. It's going to be Brunson, Salter, Hayes, and Donnie Fair going to be running them down. Look at the battle here going on between Hayes and Fair. Donnie Fair, that is, they're side by side. The Outlaw versus Sean Hayes in that zero machine. Again, I do believe it is zero. Hard to tell there. That's a little scraped up. Oh, contact between them, though. What a save between those two. Sorry about that, folks. They're watching a good battle between them. It looks like the zero, Sean Hayes, is going to get a little bit loose, and there comes Brent Fair in the 013 machine. This is the battle on the track right now, as J.D. Brown now has a 6/10 lead over, now let's make it 7/8 lead over Brunson. He has checked out from this field here on lap 43. At this point, he is walking down the stairs, folks, to put the keys on the counter at the hotel. As right there, you see lap 44 next time by. White flags in the air, 2 sticks this time, as again, Brown is just about to hit that last step on the stairs going down to the hotel counter. As he's coming to the white flag this time by, he has put the keys on the counter here in the last little bit here, last probably 10 laps or so, maybe even less, that about 6 laps. He got by and he has checked out. And and he has the white flag in his sights. Now bringing up the checkered flag for the 14 of J.D. Brown. He will be your inaugural winner here as the checkered flag waves. It's going to be Brown, Brunson, Salter, Fair, and Mann. They're going to be your top 5 here in tonight's race. And it was a good one here for the season opener of the World of Thunder 87 Factory Stock Series. Again, presented by DirtFan.com. We'll be talking to the top 3 here momentarily. Definitely want to have a chat with J.D. Brown, see what his thoughts are on tonight's race, as he came again to gain 10 spots to get the win here tonight. And we'll see if he thinks he could have got by Josh Peacock, who, by the way, worked from 12th to 6th, but just ran out of time. Couldn't get himself back to the front. Before we talk to them, let's go ahead and go through your results here for tonight, as we'll pull them up on to the screen. Again, J.D. Brown getting the win, followed by Casey Brunson, Jason Salter, Donnie Fair, Britton Mann doing a fantastic job in 5th. Josh Peacock, unfortunately not being able to get back to where he was up at the front. Does gain 6 spots after a collision with the inside wall, followed by Sean Hayes, Jared Bowen, Tanner Fold, Gavin Jordan going to be rounding out the top 10, followed by Brent Fair, James Grace, Jesse Pate, Brian Cross, Trey Smith, Joshua Gaiman, Mason Turner, Davin Cardwell, Matt Dixon, Skyler Kester, and Brandon Steele. Going to round out your field here tonight. Unfortunate for some drivers, just didn't have the night they needed or wanted, but we'll be talking to the top 3 here in just a few moments. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here with the Clan Wars server post-race show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with your post-race show, again brought to you by Clan Wars Server, the official communication partner of LSRTV. And we got your top 3 in here, and of course, a little special guest we're going to be talking to after the post-race show. Of course, coming in at 3rd place here tonight, he led some laps, and it came up just a little bit short of the win, but definitely gave them a run for their money. That is going to be the number 10, one of the number 10s anyway, in there, Jason Salter. Jason, what do you think you needed to do to get back by Brunson and Brown and even Peacock when he was up there? Y'all had just one heck of a run going on in that top 4.
I think I could do for some tire dope or something. That would probably help me out a little bit. I don't know. I just wasn't hitting the line right. They were way faster than me. I just happened to be where I was at and have a good run going.
Definitely, it's a different thing. This kind of simulates, to an extent anyway, more like a USRA factory stock class here. So what is it like out there? Because I know there's a lot of fans that are out there tuning in, watching, thinking, what in the world? These are NASCAR. What are they doing on dirt? What's it like driving one of these out on this track here, especially when it's, just black out there?
These are a lot more challenging than the street stocks they have on our racing. They kind of bobble around and act crazy at times, and steering ratio they got in them is real crazy. So you got to put a whole lot of wheel input into them to get going. You can lose them pretty easily. We lost them a couple times and managed to save it.
You did an amazing job up there, having fun and putting on a show for the fans. Anyone you need to thank here for making that car as fast as it is.
I think Trash Panda Graphics, X-Dynamo Motorsports, Bulletproof Motorsports, and all the people out there watching. And we'll let us run.
Alrighty, there you have it. Your third place driver coming in second. I really think he had a shot to get the win here. It just came down to a matter of time. It ran out, and that is going to be Casey Brunson in the number, well, scored as number 6, but that was not on the car. Casey, you come in here just a runner-up tonight. For the first race, do you wish you got the win, obviously, but happy with the second place finish?
Oh yeah, we're able to have a second place finish. I thought I was going to finish maybe a third or fourth there, but I was able to find a little something from a little slider line, but I guess it ran out there, or just JD's much better. I don't think he's on slicks. He got groove tires, but we're going to have to find something for him.
Again, this track is a fun track to race at with the, late models, modified sprints, whatever it is. This car is a totally different beast. As we just heard, the car gets out from under you a little bit. It's easy to spin out. You had a good run going on there with Josh for a while. When you see a car hit that inside wall and know they're coming up the track a little bit, with these cars not being able to maybe maneuver as well as you could with an actual dirt car on here, how much more scary is it trying to avoid a wreck on the track?
The best thing to do is probably just close your eyes, to be honest with you, because you ain't going to be able to avoid it. You really can't move these cars around very fast. The brakes do the total opposite of what they probably should do, so it's just hope you don't get involved in something.
There you have it. Days of Thunder, this thing. Just go right through it because you're not going to avoid it. We kind of figured as much here, especially at this track. It brings a lot of speed. Speaking of the speed here, compared to some of the tracks we're going to be going to later on, you get a little bit of speed here, but how much speed do you actually get here coming down these straightaways?
Ooh, I'm not sure. It's just, sometimes you can get real lucky and find the sweet spot in the throttle and you can hook up, but most of the time you're just spinning and you just, hell, like a mirror. I pay attention to my mirror a lot, and the other dirt cars, that's when I'm focused right on the screen because I can't look back. I spin out.
Oh, there you have it. And of course, so we know you got some people that make that car as fast as it is. So who are those be here for tonight's race?
I'd like to go Bulletproof Motorsports and all the people that put on this race. Makes it real fun. Just hope it can continue on for the rest of the season.
All right, well, again, congrats on second place. And, of course, that'll bring us to the man of the hour. Your race winner, we'll see if he's got that chicken dinner yet. That is going to be the 14 of J.D. Brown. He gained 10 spots from the start of the race to put it in victory lane. J.D., you got a copy?
Sure do.
Well, you getting 10 spots gained here to go to the front of the pack. What was it like coming from basically midfield to the front here, and what did you have to do to make those passes cleanly?
Very much sketchy. Just try to go on the bottom. A lot of guys are just washing up on exit or just throughout the corner, so just stay on bottom. You can really hook down the backstretch and get by them.
Well, it's a whole different ball game. We mentioned it just a second ago. You've run any kind of dirt car, modifieds, late models, all that on these tracks. To come here with the asphalt car and put it on dirt, we just heard it's more of a challenge. How much more of a challenge do you think it is compared to, say, a late model or modified on this track?
Way more challenging. They don't handle the way you expect them to. They're just, with how much they weigh and just the way you have to make the setups is super soft so they can run on dirt. Just they wobble all around and just wherever the weight takes you, you're really just along for the ride. Just if you get the weight wrong in a wrong certain spot, they kind of just get all over the place. That's the main thing.
Definitely a handful to drive. It should make it look easy out there, picking up the win. We know it's not easy, though. So last question before we let you thank your sponsors, of course, is you are the race winner here. It's going on midnight here Central Time. Are you going to get that chicken dinner tonight, or are you going to wait and maybe get it in the morning?
I think we'll wait in the morning here for this one.
There you go. Get you some chicken and waffles in the morning with a little syrup on it. I don't know if that sounds good or bad. We'll let the fans decide. But who do you got to thank on the car and under the hood to make it faster tonight?
I just want to thank the guys at Slick Sim Sport and Down Under Graphics, and then you guys for broadcasting, of course, and War of Thunder, Million, and Walt for putting this deal on. It's fun to run.
All right. And speaking of Will Duvall, BJ Duvall, William, whatever his name is, he goes by a lot of names. He's not here in the producer seat tonight. He is actually running the show here for the World of Thunder. Will, real quick, it's a blast to cover this one. You always come up with these off-the-wall, crazy ideas that are fun to broadcast, fun to cover, and fun to race. That being said, if somebody wanted to get into it, how are they going to do it here? This is just week one.
Well, it's actually really simple. This is open to anybody that is on iRacing.com. If you don't have a membership, hop on iRacing.com. They've got 4 or 5 different options for a membership. Go through all that, get on there and get a membership. And then once you do that, if you're on there, come over to the league directory, type in World of Thunder iRacing League up in the little search bar on the top left of the league directory. Well, we should pop up our first one, World Thunder iRacing League. Click that little apply button on the right side, or join button, whatever it says over there. I don't remember. It's been a little while. And we'll accept you and bring you in here and let you come out and drive.
There you have it, folks. And of course, on behalf of myself, only man in the booth here tonight, running solo for dirt racing. It don't take much. So, on behalf of myself and all the crew at the LSRTV, Will, for putting on the show here tonight. We hope everybody has a safe rest of your night, early morning, wherever it is, whatever you're doing. Just have a great rest of your night, early morning, and stay safe. And depending on where you're going this weekend, hit a dirt racetrack, support your local track, let them know you're there, and have a good time until tomorrow night for the Northwest Truck Series. We'll see you then.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSRTV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSRTV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.